just a massive playing field of characters, and you get all these great stories amongst them.
The X-Men are, in my opinion, the underdogs of the Marvel Universe. Mutants in the Marvel Universe are hated, and they are still fighting for humanity. It's people who are fighting for people who hate them, which is a great twist to the superhero.
They're such misfits. They're good, and they want to be good, but they're not understood.
They all had issues with each other that were very real and relatable. They were just like a big family.
Bringing these characters to life that when we look at them or see them or read a comic book or see a movie, it brings joy, you know? These are superheroes.
Wolverine, you know, he's been around for a long time. He was first shown off in a Hulk comic of him like fighting the Hulk. Our first like viewpoint of this is like, this dude's fighting the Hulk?
This guy pops knives out of his arms, and that's his power.
And just being able to kick ass.
As fans, you of course want to bring your own input to the character. That's only natural. You want to expand on it, but you also have a responsibility to stay true to what made him popular in the first place.
90s comic book characters are very based in spandex, and we want to stay true to that feel, but give it a little bit more of that dimension and texture without making it so far gone it's no longer the character.
If you took that comic book panel from 1979 or whatever it is, and you translate it to a quarter scale statue, there's so much empty space. And so we sort of feel like we have a little bit of license to fill in that gap.
So sculpting on this project, we had Raphael Grizzetti, Marco Plouffe, Martin Canal, and Aaron McNutt. Everything they did was amazing, and working with them was a great pleasure.
Painting that thing was so much fun, you know, with kind of still a comic book approach with the colors, having a clean look, but at the same time, having a realistic touch to it.
At the end of the day, we always work with what's going to be best for the statue and have that wow factor that we want every piece to have. If you started the story reading about Magneto first, and then you met the X-Men after, you would be on Magneto's side.
Oh man, like I like this guy, but he's the bad guy. But there's so much that I can relate to. There's so much that I, approve of or agree with.
The X-Men 90s cartoon was a huge kind of like, that's the X-Men for me. We try to look at what the classic costume was and try to break it down, make a little bit more sense in terms of its functionality without totally taking away from the comic book kind of fantasy of the piece as well.
We wanted it to be easily recognizable as Magneto from a distance, but as you got closer, some of the details were richer, more elaborate.
Collaborating together, whether it be the sculptors, the painters, the design team, when we come together and we start talking about it, we go off each other, we feed off each other.
We had the opportunity to kind of mix more current costuming ideas, like integrating different materials into the suit, how it's sculpted, how it's considered, how it's thought about and broken down, and the seam work, which keep it very cool when you get up on it, but like when you're looking at it, it's very much reminiscent of classic Magneto. Let's look at the comic books, let's even look at the animated stuff, and let's make something that is a truly moving, dramatic piece. As adults, we're all bringing that passion, not only to pay homage to what it meant to us as children, but we also had the ability to inject some different life into it.
It's a badass Magneto statue that I'm super proud of.
A lot of time and effort and love has been put into these from day one.
We always look at these pieces and we put our heart and soul into it.
There's a lot of iconic X-Men territory to cover.
Fans can expect more. There's gonna be a X-Wave coming at you.